Okay, again, hello again, grade 10. We're going to do activity 6, number 4 on page 67. And here's the activity. Write a program to read the name and surname of a person as a single string. And you must have a space between the name and the surname. Fine, we've done that before. And then you've got to get the initials of the surname, of the person. So basically the first letter of the name and the first letter of the surname. So you're going to get the first character of the first name and the first character of the surname. Then we've got to have an access code with some rules. You're going to get 3 random letters from the name and surname string, converting these letters to uppercase and displaying the code. So this is going to be a nice little problem to solve. Let's do the easy part first. What's the easy part? Get the name and surname from the edit box. Edit your name. And in the button, we're going to do everything. Okay, so let's do that in the button. And it's a local variable, var is sline. I'm calling it sline. And sline is going to be equal to this edit box dot text, edit name dot text. So that was easy enough. Next thing is to go and get the initials of the first name and the surname. Right, so if this was what was put in, okay, delete the rest of it. Oh wait, I need to have a space here. Hey. Okay, so if this was, if this was the name that was put in, let's make it a nice capital letter. If this was the name that was put into the edit box, okay, call it sline. We don't have to worry about that. We are going to go and get the first name. Now we know how to do that. We can use copy, can't we? We want the first character of the first name. That's all we want. We don't actually want the whole first name, we just want the first character. So let's go and get that and put it into a little, well, we can go and put it into a string. I suppose we can use a char. C first, on a char character data type. First time we're playing with chars. So C first will be equal to sline character number 1. That will be the first name, wouldn't it? Be the first character of the first name. Character number 1. So we have that. We have C first will be equal to a J, wouldn't it? Character number 1. But how are we going to get this character? We don't know whether the person typed in John Doe or not. They could type any name in. So guess what? We have to delete all of this. But that's not going to be a good idea because we need sline later on. Later on it says here 3 random letters from the name and surname string. That whole string you got to keep safe. We can't just delete it and then it's gone. And we know that if we delete this, we'll have this Doe, the surname will be all that is going to be left, and we can just get the first name and the first character from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another variable. I know there's other ways to do it. Temp. And I'm going to say temp equals sline. Now I can delete from temp, can't I? I can delete from temp. So I've got the first character. So I'm going to say delete from temp, starting in position number 1 and including the pos. You want to delete the pos of the space, space in temp. Now take note, we are dealing with temp, not sline. We are not deleting anything from sline. Sline is going to stay safe. We're going to delete from temp so that we can then go and get Doe. What's going to happen after I delete? So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have temp is going to be equal to the same thing as S line. Come on. I'll just copy this into here. So S temp is going to be the same as S line, okay? When you say S temp equals S line. Then we're going to delete all of this. What happens when you delete all of that? We start at 1, and then the number of characters are going to be the position of the space, isn't it? There's the position of the space. So what happens after the delete? Yep, that's what's going to be happening. All of that's going to be removed, and dough is going to be now left. And we're going to have the first character of dough of S temp is going to be our second initial. So C second. You don't have to use character data types here, but I'm just doing it because to show you that you can. Equals S temp character number 1. There we go. C second is S temp character number 1. S temp, which will be the D. Now to combine the two, we're just going to join them together, you know, when we display it. C first plus C second are the initials. I don't know where they want us to display it. Display initials. Where are we going to display it? Yeah. Right. Guess we can display them here, hey? Right, let's go and display them in this output component, mem output. I'm going to say mem output dot lines dot add equals C first plus, let's go and put a full stop, plus C second, and then we're going to add a full stop because I don't know, sometimes we add full stops initials. I don't know, let's go and see, let's go check it, see if it works. Right, John and Doe. Oops. Create access code, click the button, JD. There it is, super awesome. Now they say we must get an access code. 3 random letters from the name and surname string. Woohoo! Convert them to uppercase and display. 3 random letters. So we're going to have 3 random numbers actually, and the numbers have to go from 1 to the length of the string. Well, we want to go maximum 8 in this case, minimum 1. So remember, random range has 1, 2 parameters. We can have 1 as our starting, our lower number that can be found, and 9 is actually going to be the second parameter of random range, because we want to get 8, the number 8, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. But they say 3 different. Why am I looking at the numbers? Because the random characters, you know that characters are related to the actual numbers, aren't they? Except, you know, if it has a space, well, okay, it'll have a space. There's nothing we can do about that. We can maybe delete the space, I suppose. Yeah, let's delete the space, and then we can go and get proper characters. So let's go and delete the spaces. Otherwise, one of the random characters is going to be a space. If the random number is 5, the character will be a space. We don't want that. So I'm going to go and delete the space first. Delete from S name. And where we're going to start deleting. We're going to start deleting at the pos of the space in S name. And S line. Oops, why am I using S name? S line. And why didn't it even give me an error? Anyway, S line, and we're deleting 1 character. Let me explain that to you. Semicolon before the line. Okay, let's go and explain it in an Excel spreadsheet. Right. If I want to delete this space in this particular string here, okay, forget about S step now, we've finished with it. I want to delete this space here. I'm going to delete from S line now, not S name. I'm starting at the position of the space, and I'm only going to delete 1 character. So I have to go and reverse this. only deleting one character. What is, when you delete, it's just like copy, the parameters are the same. Remember, delete is a procedure, not a function. So you write the word delete, open brackets, the string you're going to delete from, your starting position, in this case is going to be 5, isn't it? Pos of the space will be 5. And then how many characters? Only one, because there's only one space. So, I mean, it could have been a 5 here, hey? That's going to delete that space, and then this will be moved up to here. Okay, so there it is. After we've made this code, this will happen. But that 5 is the pos of the space. Of course, we don't know what name is going to be there, so we have to have code that's going to cover all different names. But there has to be a space, because in the instruction it said with a space between the name and the surname. That was a trick you had to know, that you have to delete the space. So now, once we've done that, we know that we have the length of, let's get the length, let's go and get the length of the string. Len, colon, integer. Remember, length returns an integer. Len equals length, of Islam. Now, why didn't we use temp? Well, temp was only for us to delete that first name. We can delete the space of Islam. We're not going to use it anymore after we've done this difficult part. Temp was only so that we could get the second initial. Now we're back using Islam, deleting the space of Islam. Now we've got the length of Islam, and then we're going to use a random number. But there are 3 different random numbers that we have to use. Why? Because I said 3 different characters. Rn1, Rn2, Rn3. Now it doesn't matter if they're the same. Rn1 equals random range, open brackets. Oops, we have to put math unit here. Random range 1 to Rlen plus 1. That is what the random number is going to be, but we must go and put our math unit up here. I better go, please remind me to go and save. Okay, I must remind myself to save, because you can't talk to me. File save all, math. So now it's fine. I had to put math in user section, so there I'm doing it. I'll copy and paste. Rn2 and Rn3, 3 random numbers, because they're going to be the characters of the string, aren't they? So if it's 2, 3, and 5, it'll be OHD would be the access code. Or if it's 6, 2, and 7, then it'll be OOE. Yeah, it will be. If it was 6, 2, and 7, if the characters were 6 and 2 and 7, those 3 random numbers, and we'll have them in that order, 1, 2, and 3. What we're going to do is this. We're going to say, let's go and make our access code variable S code. Okay, we're going to say S code equals S line character number Rn1 joined to S line character number Rn2, and that's joined to S line character number Rn3. And then the magic of displaying it in the mem output dot lines dot add S code. There we go. Oh, that was easy. We just got our integers, our 3 different random integers, and slotted them in there as character numbers. Joined those characters together. S line as we're working with. Took the space out of it. There won't be any spaces in the code. So let's run the program. And I forgot to save my file, but never mind. Let's go and put in our name, John Doe. Ooh, we forgot about the uppercase, eh? Create access code. Right, OJJ. but we have to use an access code, remember? I mean, yeah, we have to use, we made an access code, but it says here, convert the 3 letters to uppercase. Silly me. So it is uppercase. If I'm joining 3 characters together, I've got a string. If you're only 1 character, then you will have uppercase. Uppercase is for making the whole string there, that's 3 characters is a string, making it into capital letters. But if I wanted to do them individually, then I would have to do this. It involves a bit more typing, don't you think? Which is why I'm going to use copy and paste. But just to demonstrate to you, if you're going to uppercase a, if you want to put characters into capital letters, you use uppercase. If you're going to put a whole string, even if it's 2 characters is a string. 1 character can be a character, but it can also be a string. I know it's confusing. Anyway, so here we go. We've got uppercase Islam ran 1, uppercase Islam ran 2, uppercase Islam ran 3, just to demonstrate how to use uppercase. And then we go and try it again. John Doe. See, can you see how it's changing each time? Of course, I should have cleared the memo. Sometimes it's 3 N's, JOJDHD. Anyway, there we go. That's that done, and you go and try this by yourself now without watching.